Good afternoon or good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us for this special edition for 4th of July. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we are Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel. What do we got in store today, Scott?
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about the day, 4th of July. We invite all of our friends from across the pond to listen along, even though you may not celebrate this day like we do. But yeah, it's pretty special day, and got a lot of things happening this year. We got Olympics, right? We got World Cup going on right now.
Yeah.
250th year celebration of our country, which we're probably one of the youngest countries on the planet.
Yeah.
But we feel pretty special about this place. So, and mainly because of what happened 250 years ago. So, and in that time frame. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was listening to some comments today from Europeans who were here for the World Cup, and they were zeroing in on air conditioning. I guess Europe, air conditioning is a luxury. They just open the window and suffer through. And they were surprised that businesses have AC and restaurants have AC and homes have AC. And I mean, we take it for granted. We're in a cold, chilled environment right now, and we're in a heat wave. Michigan's in a heat wave, and Apple Valley is normally in the hundreds.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a cold spell. I don't think we're going to reach anywhere near 100 this week or on this day, but we're getting up there. So, but we can be, and you're right, because of refrigeration or evaporative cooling or whatever, we can stay pretty comfortable. Another thing that, along with refrigeration, is hot water. If you go to Europe, they're not big hot water users. That's where the instantaneous, on-demand hot waters.
Unit hot water.
Yeah, that's where they developed. They make 2 gallons, 4 gallons, 10 gallons of water.
Under the sink.
Yeah, they just don't use a lot of hot water. So when they come here and realize that you got 40 gallons or 50 gallons or whatever of hot water, that it's kind of weird for them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway.
So off camera, Scott and I were talking about all the technological advances that have come to the United States, and it's coincidental. I said it's coincidental with the restoration of the gospel. Some of our listeners know what that is, and some of our listeners may not know, but we feel that the gospel was restored to the earth just like from the original church. It was restored today, Latter-day Saints. So and all those, the outpouring of the Spirit guiding these men and women to make technological advances. It busted out right around the 1800s, right? Steam engine, and went from there.
Yeah, and I'm not that versed in other organized religion, but it's interesting. I remember the first time that we were at church. My family was at church. My wife had been a member for a long time, but she hadn't been active. But I remember being there around this time of the year, and we're singing, Star Spangled Banner in church, and we're singing
God Bless America,
the beautiful Battle Hymn of the Republic, and those are not necessarily directed at religious revivals or meetings. So it's kind of cool. My wife looked, she reached over and just said, yeah, we're very patriotic faith, very patriotic church. So
cool. Wherever we are. I mean, we could be in Japan, could be in Australia. We've got churches across the world.
Right.
There's only a handful of countries where we're not in right now, our church.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, but being here in the United States of America, yeah, we celebrate that. So it's very cool. Very cool. So no offense to the British, but it is what it is. So, and because of the men and women that came over here 250 plus years ago, and didn't like what was going on over there in Britain.
In Europe too. Yeah.
In Europe, yeah, all
Yeah.
across Europe. But most of the founding fathers, I think, were of
British.
UK descent, right? And yeah, they didn't like what was going on over there, so they came over here and rewrote the way they thought it should be. And so far, with a few bumps in the road, I'd say that it's worked out pretty good. Otherwise, so many people wouldn't be going through such extreme measures and, in some case, dying to get here. So
By some people, you mean 20 million in the last 6
Yeah.
years
yeah, exactly. And they,
from
I mean,
all
there's gotta
across
be a
the
reason.
world.
Yeah, it's got to be a reason, because it's not because we have McDonald's, because they're all over the place. And
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
yeah, or maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken, but other than Walmart, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and McDonald's, they're everywhere. Oh, and Home Depot. So, that you can't come to this country. And again, if you're involved in our body politic here, you realize that
It's not perfect.
it's not perfect, and we've got a lot of loons involved in our government.
Both sides.
Both sides. And again, that comes from the rights of the people to be able to elect whoever they see fit. We don't have a dictator, even though our current president has been accused of that. He is anything but a dictator, in my opinion, and I believe Steve's. And yeah, that's the meat of the Constitution, and then of course the Bill of Rights and the amendments that we have, which make our life here so free and fruitful. And I mean, anybody can come from another country, come here legally, establish themselves, and make a great living. So I mean, where else can you do that on earth? You can't. So it's amazing.
So I think we'd like to invite you tomorrow, Sunday, to fast for Thanksgiving of religious freedom that we have in the United States, and also to fast and pray for the world to also have the freedom of religion. If you'd like to do that, join us, because we're going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we've been asked as a church to do that, specifically tomorrow. We normally fast anyway on the first Sunday of every month, except for a couple. And so it's once in a while they'll ask us to specifically fast for a collective purpose. And that's a good one, right? Because again, we know that there are countries that you're not allowed to practice whatever religion you see fit to do. And that's sad.
Yeah.
That was one of the primary reasons why the men that formed this country, our founding fathers, came here, because of the persecution that they had in Europe. So yeah, that'll be good. And we're not judging whatever God you believe in, or I mean, as far as we know, we have one God. Whatever you believe in, whatever religion you practice, just have good thoughts
Keep
about
doing what
other
you're
people.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep doing what you do. Keep worshiping
exactly.
what you believe
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, because religion as a whole has kind of taken a hit over the last few years, and that's not a good thing. That's not healthy. You should be focused on some type of supreme being, I believe. And again, I'm a convert. I've only been involved in organized religion for 23 years or so, and it's changed my life. It's really made a difference in my life and my family's life. So again, not preaching to anybody, but that's just my story. So yeah, what a great country we live in.
What are you going to do the rest of today, Scott?
Well, I was just telling Steve off camera, my family is out of state. They're visiting other family. Yeah, they're visiting other families. So we'll just probably hang out. My wife and I'll just probably hang out. We may go over the hill and watch the fireworks at the park they have from afar. We're not going to get down into the mix of it, but that's usually kind of what we've done the last few years. But we may just stay home too and, do a little grilling or watch some World Cup and, yeah, just relax and ponder about our lives in this great country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
How
We're
about
gonna
you?
barbecue. We're gonna barbecue, and yeah, I served most of my adult life in the armed forces. So
Right.
I'll appreciate. There were a couple years where I wasn't home. I was deployed, but we still found a way to celebrate the birth of the nation while we were deployed.
Yeah.
So
So,
I'll reflect on that.
that's a great thought there. What did you do? What was the collective celebration when you were on out of country and on a base? What did you guys do?
Well, we always had a flagpole, so we would do something at the flagpole, and then some people had decorations. If they got shipped from home, care packages.
Yeah.
So we'd set up decorations, and they'd normally have a great meal at the dining facility. I mean, like tons of food, good food. Um, so that was about it. I mean, what can you do when you're not with your family?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So you're on this base, and obviously there's going to be other people on that base, maybe not a lot, but other people from other countries, right?
Sometimes, like when I was at Camp Marmol, it was a German base, so there was Norwegians, Germans, Swedes, Americans.
Okay. Do they partake in that celebration as well, or do they just watch you and say, what a bunch of crazy Yanks?
No, I think they were appreciative of, as I recall, they were appreciative of America. I mean, even our presence up there, we did things that they just didn't do. Like on a rescue mission, their German troops were getting chopped up, and our dust off helicopters were going in and picking up the wounded, and they really, really appreciated that on that one occasion. That wasn't on 4th of July, but we just made do 4th of July, our little celebration. We just had a small cell, and we just made do.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what we do too, right? We natural disasters around the world. Not only does our country do that, but our church is involved in that too. A lot of people don't hear about that, but the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints gets involved in a lot of humanitarian aid and welfare aid around the world when things go awry. Like this thing.
Non-denominational, it doesn't matter. People that
Exactly.
are hurting and suffering, we help.
Yeah. Like a great example of that is Venezuela, right? We've had
Yeah.
some rough patches with Venezuela as countries go, but yet when they had those two massive earthquakes here in the last couple of weeks, we were there. Military was there, church was there. It's all about helping. So yeah, another great thing about this country, this nation. So yeah.
Well, I think we're about at our time limit. We're
Okay.
there. So, folks, we hope you have a great 4th of July. We hope you enjoy your Sabbath day tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, whatever you do, enjoy your day and celebrate. Hopefully, you can celebrate the birth of our nation, even if you're not part of it. So, anyway, take care, everyone. Thanks.